Okay.
Okay. So unfortunately, you had to deal with some deep loss when you're coming of age. How has that shaped the work that you're doing today?
Yeah. So you know, I don't like to say, but I often say that the Bay is like riddled with gun violence, unfortunately, and that has impacted how my worldview. Um, I feel like a lot of times, like I'm gonna say in I know that the Bay is not normal. So in other cities, I'm not gonna say normal cities, but in other cities, you know, people in middle school might be lying on a dick, stuff like that. But in the Bay, it's like people like is lying on having a body, and violence is like glorified. So I kind of took a stance fighting that with the youth culture, fighting being counterculture and like fighting things. I lost both my brothers to gun violence. One was in Richmond, and the other one actually was like when I was in college, like in my dorm room. My little brother got killed, and so it just caused me to try to find a solution in a sense, to not to fix it, but to identify like what's some of the things that cause us to live on the edge, which I found out was a little bit of like nihilistic tendencies. Um, so that's what I fight, and that's the derivative of that is like hopelessness. So that's what I be fighting is hopelessness. So I try to do a lot of things that provide hope to the youth.
All right. Well, sorry to hear about you.
Yeah, sorry about your loss.
Oh yeah, it's all good. It was mad years ago, um, but it still be affecting me. But it pushes me to do what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
So speaking of that, tell us about your work with the youth. Like, how did you start, and what are your goals?
All right, so when I was back in, I realized a long time. I mean, recently I realized that when I was growing up, like I was already doing like work with the youth. And I worked at Glide, and then like my first year in college, and then I worked at the YMCA also working with youth. But I I left college and went to pursue a career in education. More recently, like last March, I launched the anti-violence initiative for the youth here in Grand Rapids, in Michigan, and it was I built a music studio for youth to be able to express themselves and fight through music. So that's been real positive, but it's also been hella lit too. Like it's not like
We say volcanic on this show.
look,
It's volcanic.
yeah, oh yeah, hey, yeah, that's another story that where it lit. But yeah, it's real volcanic, but like it's not corny. Like they can make dope music, even though we fighting violence in our music. It's still not corny. We make it a point to have it still something the people vibe with, and it's been picking up traction. The art development portion, mad at the kids want to be part of it here, and um, it's kind of exclusive. We often open it up to for everybody to come into the studio, but as far as like a group we call the collective, it's kind of a direct population. We work with 7 kids, and we're investing a lot. They've been they're, they have hella shows around the city
I
during
bet the
the
kids are excited for that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Hella volcanic for it.
Yes. Love to see it.